somebody to drink. That's it. Now this was all going to change. All that the armies had destroyed was going to replaced. Joel chapter 2:25, I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm, the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, my great army. And we showed that my great army referred to the army of the north, and not a set of insects. Verse 26, and ye shall eat in plenty, and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, that hath dwelt wondrously with you, and my people shall never be ashamed. In Joel 3:1, we mentioned this a moment ago. For behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity. He's going to restore the fortunes. So it's not all bad news. Joel ends with good news. And so what is this army? What's going to happen to this army? Well, if this is a revival army, it gets some severe punishment for doing the work of God. That's all I would say. Because this revival army is told, it's not revival, it's the northern army. I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him, and will be driven into a land barren and desolate, with his face towards the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savour shall come up, because he hath done great things. Typical of all the people, anyhow God gives a nation, Israel into a nation to punish, they go overboard. The northern army will do exactly the same thing. So we're told, first of all, the army is going to be driven far away. Secondly, we are told that the northern army's children will be sold just like they did to the people of Judah. So is the revival army the children of the revival? The children of the revival army, are they going to be sold? Oh, I don't know, I'm getting lost here, aren't you? Of course not. Joel 3:8, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people afar off, said the Lord. The Lord has spoken it. For the Lord has spoken it. The third thing that's going to happen, the Gentile nations are told to gather to the valley of Jehoshaphat for judgment. The northern army who have not been scattered to the wilderness, and all the Gentiles are ordered to Jehoshaphat to be judged by Christ in the valley of decision. That is the name that is given to it, the valley of decision. And Christ says there, he's going to plead for his people Israel. He didn't say Judah, Israel, all of Israel. As we keep saying, you have to choose. And right now, you have to choose. It appears that this is related to the battle of the period of time of the battle of Armageddon. But it seems like this might just be before this, where Christ is pleading for his people. It does appear to be different. Revelation 16:16, it just seems to be outright war. When he says, gather to Armageddon, it doesn't tell us Christ is pleading for his people. Gather there to be destroyed. Bang. Here, in this valley of decision, he's going to plead for his people. Revelation 16:16 is where we are told, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. Okay? And the fourth thing that we notice about this Gentile, this northern army, is that Christ judges them there, doesn't he? And the world-shaking events that are now going to occur as Christ, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, as he comes to rescue his people and judge his people and replace the wicked kingdoms and the countless false religions of the world, is going to be different from the activity of the northern army. Although some of the signs appear similar at first. We see in verse 2 where he gathers all the nations and pleads with them. In verse 9 he says, prepare the men of war. and let all the men of war draw near, come up. And then he goes on to say, put in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Multitude, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. It does seem like the valley of decision, time of judgment, Armageddon, rolling, boom, 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 one into the other. Now it says here in Joel 2:10, that which we just looked at, the earth shall quake before them, before the northern army. The heavens shall tremble, and the stars which draw their shining, the sun and moon shall be dark. Remember? That was the result of the warfare of the northern army. But we're coming up to the end of Joel now. Joel 3:15-16. This is an entirely different event, with a different source and a different purpose. It says there, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. This is an entirely different event, not to be confused with the first one. That the sun darkening and the earth and the sky shaking, not the same thing. This is Christ roaring out of Zion. He is making a powerful statement that he is back. That's the best way to put it. That I'm back. And this is to let you know I have arrived. Yep, that's what Joel 3:15-16. Christ is saying, hi people, the bad news for you, you rebellious people, I am back. And he shakes the heavens and he shakes the earth for real. Not just a couple of jet planes and a couple of nuclear bombs. He probably level the mountains and destroy all the cities and everything all at the same time. Now, does this sound to you like all of this activity was the activity of an army of children or adults pursuing revival? Well, I think not. You see, the earth and its people has nothing worth reviving. We have nothing worth reviving. We've got to start over, not revive. We're sick, we're washed up. Ezekiel 36:26. How many times recently have we been through this? A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit, the Holy Spirit, the Godhead, within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments, and do them. That's the only way you can do it. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. Until you have the Holy Spirit, you have no right to be dwelling in the land that God gave our fathers. So I don't care who you are, I don't care which Israeli government is down there, and which American president says what. It says there, after God puts his spirit in you, then you will keep his statutes and judgments. The very same statutes and judgments which we say are of quote, no effect. And it is at that time you will dwell in the land that I gave your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. And Christ will restore all things as he intended them to be at the Garden of Eden.